also stigmatization. If you tell somebody that you're sick, how do they look at you? How do they treat you? If you, it's taking this out automatically without having a conversation about safe sex. How would your partner look at you? What would they think? Because I know when I introduce the brand to a lot of people, they're like, no, that would make me feel like I'm dirty. Why are you taking out a glove? Why don't you just want to touch me the way that I am? So it's a
in the club. Yeah. So actually I've heard other people, they don't just use one finger. So I can just have maybe 5, 4 or whatever same time. And like
came about when I realized that my students actually don't fear diseases as much as they fear pregnancy, because pregnancy is an obvious indicator of having sex. So I realized that a lot of people engage in unsafe sex practices. That aside, being a teacher, also the birth of Glide came from my own personal experiences.
And one thing that I've seen, most people seem like to be losing it. Like when that question strikes up, it's like they're asking a lot. Like most people don't even know where to start. Like
self-introspection is very difficult. It's not easy, eh? Because to sit down with your demons and to sit down with yourself is not easy. But I think before you even look for love everywhere else, you need to learn to love yourself.
Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Quest for Queer Love. As you guys all know, in this podcast, we do not discriminate, but we embody the diversity of love. Love is love. We don't judge. Love has got no color, guys, you know. Anyway, guys, today you're going to be excited. We are in school. Today's episode, it's not like the ones that we normally have. It's extraordinary. With an extraordinary guest.
And an extra seasoning and spice.
Bona. Please welcome our guest today. It's by the name of Ungobi. She's going to be educating us about izinto zase behind.
But izinto zekans.
Exactly.
Izinto exciting things, sexy things.
Bona. Yeah. I can't wait to see what you have for us. Welcome into the studio, Ngobi.
Thank you for inviting me.
And
thank you for letting me be here.
And thank you very much for availing yourself. All right, so now this is what I'm gonna do now for ice breaking, but I'm not even sure if we need that, but let's just do it. Okay, so you tell me, okay, if you were not here in the studio, what would you be doing? How would your Sunday be looking like?
Sunday is a very slow day. Meditation, wake up. I've generally started going back to church, which is a good thing. Okay. But just laid back, sitting with my plants, sometimes going out for a hike. Sundays is a self-care day. Yeah.
I get some say Sundays are for lovers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me not forget that. Yes, Sundays are for lovers. Yes. Yeah, so self-care. And I am with my girlfriend most of the time. So, yes.
Oh, and I remember while we were talking, you said today you guys were celebrating the father-in-law. I don't know if I have to say that or whatever.
Well, yeah, we are coming from that, celebrating her father-in-law's birthday yesterday. So yes, father-in-love. Let me change my statement. My father-in-love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. It's so nice to be in love, guys.
Okay. It is.
Tell me about it. All right.
You see, the quest for queer love. I'm arriving. I'm there.
You are there. Pakati inside.
Yeah, very pakati inside.
Bienekant.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that. And then our second question. Do you really think there's a need for this question? I know this one is a bit out of line, but anyway, it's out of it. Do you think there's really a need for this question that they ask Lapaya Naguma interview? Tell us about yourself.
I mean, yes, right now there is, because if I don't tell you about myself, we won't get to know the idea behind today. So yeah.
And one thing that I've seen, most people seem like to be losing it. Like when that question strikes up, it's like they're asking a lot. Like most people don't even know where to start.
Yeah. Like self-introspection is very difficult. It's not easy, eh? Because to sit down with your demons and to sit down with yourself is not easy. But I think before you even look for love everywhere else, you need to learn to love yourself. And those are one of the most important questions to ask. Like, who are you? What do you stand for? What is it that you want in life? And how can you accomplish it? Because every day is a special day.
So you don't think there's any way they can just break it down? It's just as it is.
It is just as it is. You can pose the question to me so that I can tell you about myself and a little bit about my brand. But it's a very important question. Yeah, introspection is very important. It helps you love yourself more.
I hope you guys are listening, eh? Those of you who are preparing for the AMA interviews or you're still struggling with that question, you got the answer right there. All right, now back to business. It's a school in Manje. Yeah. All right, Ngobi, as you can see, the Glide.
Let's 66.
Sexy.
Sex.
Yes. SSS.
Yeah.
Triple S,
because there's nothing sexier than safe sex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Ngobi. Can you please just take us through the birth of Glide? How did it come to life?
So I'm the founder of Glide, Ngobile, and what Glide is, it's a product for safe sex, particularly safe queer sex, because we always focus on heteronormative sex or heterosexual sex. We don't really focus on lesbian sex, other types of gay sex, or just pleasure and enjoyment of sex. The birth of Glide actually came about. I'm a teacher as well by profession.
Hey, that's what they say.
So it came about when I realized that my students actually don't fear diseases as much as they fear pregnancy, because pregnancy is an obvious indicator of having sex. So I realized that a lot of people engage in unsafe sex practices. That aside, being a teacher, also the birth of Glide came from my own personal experiences. As a queer body, as a queer woman, I know what we get up to. And I know how often we are very busy people, hey?
Promiscuous.
It's very promiscuous. And I've always felt uncomfortable with being open to having sex but not protecting myself, because the person that I love the most is me. And the sex might be great, but the consequences of the sex after. So back in the day, like when I was still like early 20s, I remember going to a pride event and I got introduced to this concept of, when you're having sex as a queer woman.
Sorry, pardon? You got introduced to the what?
To the concept. To the concept of when you're having sex as a queer woman, you should be using safe sex tools such as dental dams. I never knew what dental dams were.
Okay.
We should also be using your latex gloves. And I was like, okay, this is interesting, because all you ever taught about is a male condom and a female condom. And it made me realize that, in actual fact, a lot of us are having very unhealthy sexual practices that could put us in danger. Because, a lot of people think that you can only contract diseases through penetrative sex, not realizing that you can contract diseases through so many other sexual acts. Yeah. I don't know if I can say exactly what the sexual acts are.
Bona, Ngobile. We said today's episode, is educational.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Azishe,
I should just put it out there.
But Azishe Zecheni. I think Zulus do say that. You said you're a Zulu, right?
No, I'm Venda. Funny enough, yeah.
Is it? I think because I'm taking from your name, Ngobile, I know that's the Zulu name.
Makunda, I'm Venda. I'm here to represent.
Venda people. Vendas are from Limpopo, right?
The Vendas are from Limpopo.
You are well represented.
Yeah.
Okay. No, just say Bona.
If you think about things like fingering, for example, fingering is penetrative sex. And if you're not wearing anything to protect yourself, the other person have some type of sexually transmitted infection, whether it be your HIV, your gonorrhea, your syphilis, you could also contract it from fingering. Giving head, for example, as nice as it is.
As nice as it is.
Yeah.
I like that part.
You could also contract any STI. Scissoring, like all these delicious acts that we like to do, you know.
Do they do it?
Rimming, yeah. Rimming, as nice as it is as well. I don't know if the audience also knows what rimming is.
I was just about to ask you to please Break it down.
It's anally using your tongue on the butthole. Yeah. So it's a nice experience. Does feel great. But also bacteria. We need to be conscious of these things so that we can protect ourselves. So my product tries to close that gap. We trying to make it sexy enough. Hence the small packaging, you know, trying to make it something that you can just slip into your pocket, slip out, and be like, baby, let's do this, you know? Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Okay. You're going to open, obviously, that so that people will just get the picture of it. So while you're still open, you can go ahead and
open this one. I'll open this one. Both of them are two different sets.
Okay.
Yeah. In that pack that you have there, you have the dental dam.
Okay. Oh, I struggle to open.
Okay, you take this one. I'll open.
Oh, so you open.
Okay, I'll open this one.
Just as when we're opening this one, there's something that you mentioned on your interview. You said the last time you attended Pride, you were surprised to see the things called dental dam and blah, blah, blah. So which Pride was that? Because I also went through your page. I went to your TikTok. I saw like it was like you were somewhere in the Pride setting, whatever. There were stalls and whatnot. Is that the same Pride you're talking about?
No. That Pride is a current Pride now, where I was introducing Glide as a brand.
Okay.
Because we very young brand, established in 2023, so a very young brand. The Pride that I'm talking about, I was probably like in my 20s, 21, 22. This was years ago.
So you've started this Butavani. They call it Butavani.
Yeah, I was born like this.
You were born like this.
I was born like this, and I'm proud to say that I've always been proud of who I am. Yeah.
Thank you. I wish we can just have a part 2 of this so that you can tell people when you say you were born like this, because some still oppose the fact that no ways you were born a woman, but hopefully we'll have that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you have there in that pack, so it always comes in a 4-pack, and it's a mixture. What you have there in that pack, you've got lube, because lube is important. Okay. Safe sex. The lube is the little white pack that you have. Yeah. Because lube is very important. You know, we must lubricate things, keep things smooth, let things glide. Hence the name Glide.
Oh, now I understand where the word comes from. Glide.
Yeah. Smoothly. Gay, lesbian, intersex, demisexual. We smoothen this thing in. Yeah. And then you also have, I think the other interesting one are those white ones there.
So this one, can we open? We're going to open it later on, or... Oh, this is just a moist.
It's just moisture, yeah.
It's liquid.
Yes.
You see, guys, we're learning. I don't know if you can see from, but yeah, it's liquid. Oh, Mina, I nearly wanted to open this, but like, yeah. Oh yeah, ikwenza
yes, so the things can glide smoothly. Yes.
Okay.
And then we also have. Let me see.
And this one.
That one and this one is the same. We have a latex glove. So latex glove again for fingering, something that you just slide on.
Fingering.
Yes.
Fingering.
And also to have conversations with your partner, because I think the other thing is we don't actually really have conversations with our partners.
We don't.
Yeah. So what I also like about this, besides protecting you for fingering, those of us who date femmes or people with a little bit of a long nail, there's also another layer of protection so that you don't get hurt from nails as well.
So don't you think maybe if your nails, because we get different types of nails,
what
if the nails are too long or too sharp,
they
can
they're gonna
damage.
Ruin it. Yeah, but if it's just
or the rough people, you see, like me now, I'm rough. I just want to burn it.
You must let it slide in. You know, you must be smooth.
Glide.
Yes.
Glide.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So there's another layer of protection, and I know people are gonna think it looks weird, but the thing is, when we're talking about safe sex, these are conversations that we need to learn to have so that we can overcome the hurdles, the mental barriers that makes it look like this is not sexy. Because you being secure, you being safe, you not falling sick is the first level of sexiness. It's the first level of self-love, so that when you give yourself to someone else, you don't give yourself to someone else and make them fall sick as well. Yeah. And then this one I think is a favorite for all. So on my page, I kind of do have, not a full demonstration, but I do have a video where we show how it works. You just put it over your tongue, put it over the vaginal opening, you know,
Okay.
or the anal opening. And then this is where you'd lick. And it's flavored too. It's flavored, but the texture is also very nice. If you feel the texture, it's very soft. It's very silky. That one is grape flavored.
Oh, grape flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, hence the color.
Yes. So we have grape, strawberry, banana. Yeah, those are the three major ones that we have: grape, strawberry, and banana. Yeah. But it lied because of the color. I went with strawberry and grape.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the last one that you have there right next to you.
This one here.
Are called finger cots.
Guys, we are learning. Today
Hey,
we
these
are
are-
in school.
These ones people must carry to the club.
Okay,
We all
let's
know
see.
what we get up to in the club.
Okay, so they come. It's 3 from the pack,
It's a
right?
pack of
Pack of 3.
3. Yeah.
Okay.
These ones when you're in the club, we all know. You know, sometimes you wanna
especially in the toilet.
in the toilets. Yes,
They're
we
very
all know.
good. Come on, the toilet thing.
You can call them finger condoms as well. So you just slide them on, and yeah, the rest is history. It does look like a little condom, like it's a little finger condom.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it does.
So
So
you
it
just-
stretches, one size fits all, like
Yeah,
more
one
like a
size fits
condom
all.
vele.
Yeah, so you just put it on the tip of your finger, and then you slide it down. And yeah,
Okay.
let's see.
So if I'm using 2 fingers,
Try this one. Try the other one.
oh, this one.
Yeah, just put it on the tip, the same way you'd actually put on a condom. Actually, so put it on the
Remember, we don't even know
tip. Fair. A lot of people do. Yes.
like this,
Yes, and then you just slide
Oh.
it down. Yes.
and then it glides.
It
You see, I'm
glides.
interested by the word
Yes.
glide. Ever since I got
Literally.
to know the word, now it interests
makes
me.
sense.
Like, yeah.
So yeah, especially hey, in the club, we all know.
In the club. So actually I can, because I've heard
Yeah.
other people, they don't just use one finger. So
Yeah.
I can just have maybe 5,
Yes.
4 or whatever
Yes, you
same
can.
time
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you can. Hence why we also give options so that it's not limited to having sex once. Because the unfortunate thing with safe sex is that a lot of the tools that you use for safe sex are once-off use. Because I think a lot of people would want to maybe wash and reuse. But unfortunately, these are not things that you can reuse. You use it once, you take it off, and you throw it away.
you throw
Yeah.
it away. Even with the, you said these are what?
This one
Dental
is a dental dam.
dam. Okay.
Oh, we need
the-
to find a sexier word for this.
maybe our audience is there. Don't you
Yeah.
think they can come back to our page and
Yes.
tell us maybe what name do they think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
can
be
like
nice. That
know,
would be nice.
the
Yeah.
dental dam. Okay, now with the dental dam, I can see you said, taken from your demonstration, you said like you put it like
Yes.
somewhere there, you know.
Yes.
So one might be wondering, or okay, if I put it there, like I can remember now, it's both of us. We are
Yes.
in this.
In the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the moment,
Yes.
how does one balance it? Like, because obviously
Yeah.
there should be like a balance.
Oh, yes,
I get
yes,
it
yes,
when
yes.
you
Yeah. And the fortunate thing is that we are multitaskers. So the best thing to do is to actually hold it.
Yeah.
And when you hold it, then you can use and balance. And I understand the question that you're asking because when it gets heated, your hands want to be everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
But they do in general overseas they do have underwear like this, but it's very expensive because that's another reason for Glide. I'm trying to bridge the gap between safe sex practices and the money aspect because these things don't necessarily come cheap. So if you do have the money, you can invest in going online and getting the underwear, but you have to ship it in from overseas. If not, you literally have to hold it.
And I
Yeah.
think this one alright because like it protects you from like many diseases,
Yes.
especially like you've mentioned
Yeah.
earlier on that we like the head. You
Yeah.
know? But obviously now in Ngobile, you know there's no sex without giving her.
Oh.
You know.
Oh,
That's
can
the
I
most.
not look too excited?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because I've heard there are those diseases, the throat
Oh
ones
yes,
and
throat cancer
what-
that you can also get from
Yes.
giving head. Yes.
So this one obviously
Yes,
like
it does
you can,
also help
you
to-
can you
yeah,
see
it
at
does.
least just when we thought we don't have
Yeah.
many things that we can protect ourselves from.
Yeah.
Like, at least now you are coming with this. And people, I think for Rona, we take these things for granted.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, it's a woman to woman
Hey.
relationship, is a woman to woman sex,
Yeah.
because some believe,
Yeah.
especially the straight women, normally when they come to these lesbian women, that's when they believe, I know that side we are safe. So it's impossible. Like,
it's a misconception.
It's a misconception.
Because, unfortunately, diseases don't choose your gender. Hey? Everybody can get them. And if we're being honest, in the lesbian world, we are very promiscuous. We are very busy.
Yes, that's the
Right.
You know what?
No, that is true. No, very. So, man, to avoid ukula, to avoid a lot of things, ultimately just protect yourself.
So these ones, the way I see them, looks like even men, heterosexual men, can use.
Heterosexual men, homosexual men. If you want to do some anal fingering for homosexual men, you can use these. Heterosexual men, you want to do anal, vaginal, you can also use these. It's a product that's not limited to any space.
Gender,
yeah, any gender, any sexuality. It's a free for all.
Free for all, more like a free country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, happy, these ones, they work best because, like, we sleep with people and they don't tell us their statuses.
They don't.
They don't. And why do you think it's still taboo for people not to divulge their HIV status, as now we have education around it? And
it goes back to your question. Do you know yourself? Tell me about yourself.
Yeah.
How can I even divulge my status if I myself don't know my status? Do I go test? When we were growing up, World AIDS Day was a big deal. Now nobody really talks about it. Nobody really talks about testing. It's easier to hide the fact that you're sick because there's medication for it. Unlike back then where you needed to, all of us go to one line to get ARVs and so forth. Now there's ways in which you can not necessarily hide, but there's ways in which you don't have to give that information out. But also stigmatization. If you tell somebody that you're sick, how do they look at you? How do they treat you? It's taking this out automatically without having a conversation about safe sex. How would your partner look at you? What would they think? Because I know when I introduce the brand to a lot of people, they're like, no, that would make me feel like I'm dirty. Why are you taking out a glove? Why don't you just want to touch me the way that I am? So it's a mental barrier that we have to break down so that people understand that it's good to have these conversations. It's good to be open about who you are, where you are, what you like to do, what you don't like to do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Another question. I know we live in a society whereby it's a norm for lesbians to be lesbians, even though we come from backgrounds, others have been married before, others, like, they've got kids and whatnot, blah, 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 whatsoever. So now, if maybe two lesbians who have never, like, been with men before, they come and be like, we don't see a need for these protections because, like, we hardly sleep with men or we never.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Rather play it safe, Rather be safe than sorry. No glove, no love. Because also, and I think this links back to little backtrack history. People used to think that HIV is a gay disease, like it's a gay man's disease. I think when HIV first spread around the world, it was called the grid. But they only used to find it in gay men. And then as a result, they honestly thought that level of sickness is only for men until it started popping up in straight women. And then they were like, but how come? Because it's a gay man disease. And then they realized that maybe, just maybe, my husband is an after 9. Maybe, just maybe, my husband is a man who sleeps with men. So women can also fall sick because you don't know what your partner gets up to. You might think that your partner is loyal. If we talk about it in the scope of lesbianism, we know there's a lot of that happens. So maybe just maybe a person like me, for example, maybe just maybe I do enjoy sex with men. I'm putting
And
it
your
out
partner
there,
does not
and my
know.
partner does not know. And then I decide to go out, cheat on my partner with a man, and then I bring back illnesses. So it's safer to make sure that I'm not saying I do that for the sake of my girlfriend.
Well,
I'm just
yeah,
using it
you
as an
just-
example.
yeah,
Yeah. So it's better to stay safe. Keep your health in mind. Put yourself first. Have these conversations, and make it fun. Because sex is supposed to be fun. Sex is supposed to be a level of intimacy, and if you can't have this level of vulnerability, where you can talk about safe sex, then what are you doing?
Ne?
Yeah.
But then where do I start? I mean, as your partner, we get obviously in our intimate room.
Yeah.
And the next thing I'm visiting you, and now when I hear you are like, baby, and now all of a sudden I see you now, Moby, like, yeah, you understand,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so how do you try to make me feel comfortable that
Yeah.
it's not like Bona is fair, be a whole of
Oh,
a woman, or you don't
yeah.
believe
Yeah.
my sexuality when I say
Yeah.
I'm lesbian.
Yeah.
Now you're taking out these things, like,
And it's like, why are
how?
you?
Yeah, what do you?
Oh, that's a very difficult question.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult question.
Okay, how do you prepare me then? Maybe it
Whew.
can be easy.
I've always dated open-minded people, but also I'm a person who conversates. So
Even communication.
yeah, so I find it easy because I say what I mean and I mean what I say. But I do understand how a lot of people could find that difficult, because when you bring up the topic, where would you start? Maybe we could have workshops on this. I know I'm willing. I'm open if the audience wants to have that, where we could just come meet up the same way we can meet up to go groove. Let's meet up to start conversations about this. Let's meet up to talk about this so that we can protect ourselves. Yeah. But on a more intimate level, if you're more scared of talking to your partner about safe sex, then maybe you shouldn't be having sex with them at all. Because do we even talk about mental health when it comes to sex? How does this person make me feel? And if you feel that level of discomfort, what is your intimacy level? Are you just having sex for the sake of having sex, or is it a conversation? Maybe that's another aspect that we need to look at. Yeah, so it goes back to self, the question that you were asking. Hora, tell me about yourself. If you don't want to put your safety first, what are you doing?
So gone are those days whereby we want to act as if everything is fine. Like we must just talk. These things do
Re tlo
happen.
kula, man. And re tlo kula ka dilo tse ngata. Like, just talk. We're talking. What's so difficult about the conversation?
Ne?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, if one wants to order these products,
Yes.
do they have to order? Maybe give you some time to prior, or like I order now and I
Yeah.
get my delivery, or
No, they can order. They can order now and then within a few days, depending on where they live in South Africa, because we are trying to deliver nationally. Currently, we are based in Gauteng, so it's easier to get orders out in Gauteng, both Joburg and Pretoria. But we can find ways around it. All they need to do is either follow my TikTok page, Glide771, DM me there, or they can take the Glide WhatsApp number. Should I say it out?
Oh, okay. I think you will give it.
At the-
You can say it out,
Yeah.
and probably they're gonna find it
Okay.
below with the screen.
Okay. So Glide WhatsApp number, which is 076 505 7301. And then they can also DM us on our Instagram page, Glide771 as well. And then from there we can ship out the orders.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a very important conversations, like you're saying. I think it's high time we learn to practice,
Yeah.
no matter how difficult it is. Because
Yes.
remember, we've taken this from our parents back then.
Yeah.
They were not that open with these kind
Yes.
of
Yes.
talks, you know,
Yes.
making it also difficult for us as we grow up. Because remember, they say kids Kids normally they don't take what you tell them, but
What you do. Yes.
So now back in our days, our parents, like, we were even scared to tell our parents, sorry, you are menstruating.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Some of us, our parents don't even know
that we're homosexual. Yeah, that's true. Because that's yeah. But we're gonna bridge this gap because it's the same way. If you remember, like in the 90s, I don't know if you remember shows like Bopamukate.
Yes.
Where these shows were talking about HIV and AIDS. And
but it was still something like when you see, I wouldn't even share a cup.
Wouldn't even share a space.
Together.
Exactly. Wouldn't even share a toilet seat together or eat from the same plate. But with the work that was done there, where the misinformation was taken away and the stigmatization, you find that people are so comfortable using a condom. In fact, a lot of people don't want to have sex without a condom. So we're trying to do the same thing. Let's bridge the gap for queer people, because our voices also deserve to be heard. Our safety is also important.
Exactly.
Our sexual lives are also important. And hence why it's not only about safe sex, it's about sexy sex. Because sex is an intimate, a beautiful, a passionate moment. And yeah, you should be enjoying that sex, but enjoy it with your safety in mind. Yeah.
Good. So now you're saying at the moment you are in like Joburg, ne? So someone staying in Durban, other provinces. How must they reach? They must also reach you.
They can reach me on our TikTok page, our IG page, or my number, the Glide number. And then we'll find ways to ship. I mean, we can ship all over South Africa. It's not that difficult anymore. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And because now, have you ever been to like prides, like, or have you thought of it, like, to distribute? You know, just share.
So the prides that we have currently been to, because marketing is also a budget. We've currently gone to the prides around Gauteng, centered around Gauteng. We're going to try reach out bit by bit and grow into the other prides with your support, because the more people support Glide, sorry about that, the more people support Glide, the more we can have an outreach, particularly because also a small business, it's not that easy with a small business because you're doing everything from your own pocket. But I know with the viewer support, can definitely try and make it to all the prides.
And probably I've got very supporting viewers. Guys, I get it. Probably they're gonna, I mean, because this, I mean, we're talking about their lives. This is, and these are the things that we take for granted. Like, I'm not gonna tell them my status or whatever, and then we just do, and those things do have like repercussions or whatever.
They do. Because also, if, and I think there's another misconception. Lesbians, we move fast, ne? After one date, we're together. Today we start dating, tomorrow we're moving in together.
And why is that, Mara? Is it the excitement, or it's a thing, Lina, I want to fit in, I want to be seen?
I'm not sure, but so in that, it also doesn't give you the time to sit down and be like, baby, let's go test, because you are already having sex after the first date. You are already doing that after the first date. But we need to be conscious of these things.
But I think with these ones, I mean, they won't have any excuse. I mean, these ones, like, they are so comfortable or portable also. Like, you just put them in your pocket or whatever. Literally. You go to the toilet but now, even the dental.
Even the dental dam. Like, everything here is just portable because literally it's a small box, purposefully so. Because I remember even looking for the packaging. Wanted it to be something that can literally just fit in your pocket. Don't really look any different.
And it's still you can open it and just take everything out.
Exactly.
And you just
carry what you need. So at least before they get tested, then this is what they can use in the interim. Because also, how many first dates do we go on? Then we move in together. Then 2 months later, we've broken up. Then another one.
Another one comes.
Then we do the same thing. Another one. So don't allow yourself to be put at risk,
And also this social, but the soul ties. Do you believe in those? Because lesbians, I think they don't. Like they it's a woman. Forgetting those things. This is another soul that you're interacting with after that other one, because others have like bad spirits or whatever. And then they take like, I'm a charmer. I can sleep with almost anyone. So I think also
Yeah.
That also does
I
count.
It does. And the cleansing after soul ties, I think that should be a different episode altogether. In fact, maybe that should be an episode altogether because sex and soul ties, the depth of it, and how much it ruins your life, in a sense that you find yourself never having a sense of peace. You find yourself always having some form of distraction. All of a sudden, there's bad luck that's coming into your life and you question why. You've adopted somebody else's bad luck. Yeah. You take whatever.
I took time to learn about these things. Like, Rona, we were just being made of, you were just excited about this thing. I'm hot.
Hey.
Every woman maybe likes you. Or once you tell the straight women that I'm gay, whatever, they like things, straight women, they just come after you. Until I learn about these old ties, I'm like, no, man. Sometimes you'll still, your life is now stagnant all of a sudden. And
you question
that was not the case.
Yeah.
When you come to think of it, it's these things, these souls that you've been. So people, please, man, bad luck and whatnot. Just have one partner, bona.
Yeah. Mara, that's just I forgot. Talking about soul ties and having one partner. Period sex.
Okay.
I really forgot having period sex. Like now I'm on a different tangent.
Okay. And also please don't forget about that dyes thinging.
Oh yes. The sex dye.
Yeah. Take us through that.
Another reason why I love these is because having sex on your period, it makes it so much easier. And having sex on your period is fun. If you haven't had period sex yet,
try it.
Give it a try. With Glide, of course, in mind. The sex dye. I was just talking about how earlier before we started shooting, I was talking about how I forgot to bring sex dye because I want to give it away to some of our audience. In fact, I want to give away some of the Glide packaging to our audience.
Lovely.
And with the sex dye, I bought a set where it gives you a position that you must do, a place where you must do it, and how you must do it. So it will be like garden, lick,
bedroom,
garden, lick, mouth, stroke, and then it shows you a position how you must be sitting together. It just spices up things.
Does it?
Yeah.
So it's more like it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
And then we just throw in the
dice. And then you follow the position. But it will definitely also be part of the giveaway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. I would definitely love to because I mean it's gonna make
it spices a lot of things up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So if one person might ask and be like, are these just like an ordinary gloves? Can I just go get them
Definitely. Like, but make sure that they are
sanitized and
make sure that they're packaged properly. You don't want to go get gloves that have been compromised. So if you go to your local, I don't want to mention them by name. They're not paying you enough for this. Until they pay you, we don't mention them by name. You go to your local pharmacy, we all know the national pharmacies, they do sell them.
Okay.
The only thing is they sell them in a pack of 100. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to bridge the gap so that it's something that you can walk around with, something that's easy for you to have. That way it also stays sterile. So yeah, definitely. These are regular latex gloves. It's the same gloves that doctors use to protect themselves from getting any infection.
Okay, but these ones are distinct, obviously.
Yes.
These ones you can't find anyway.
They're
Whether
very
you like
difficult
it or
to
you
find.
don't, you must go to Ungobi and.
And this one as well. They're very difficult to find, but I'm bridging that gap.
No.
I'm making it easy.
I'm so glad. Khori, you've taken this thing so seriously, you know, the safe sex thingy and whatnot, which is something that we were just overlooking.
Yeah.
It's a woman to woman thing.
Yeah.
So now I think after this episode, my community will start being aware, Khori, you know what, it's not safe out
Let's
there.
play it safe, guys.
Yeah, let's play it safe. Okay, while you were still mentioning, I think let me just see the two events that are coming up. The one that I had to come across to now, and I feel like you need to be in every event so that like
I will try. I'm gonna try be there.
Yeah, because also I know there's Orange Farm Pride.
Oh yes.
it would also be lovely if
Is it on the 26th?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Let me just
26th?
Yeah. Okay. The first one. It's this one. Okay. There's Queer Market Chillers. It's on the 26th of April.
Okay.
Yeah. They say early bed it's 100 rands. General
Yeah.
it's 150. You can get your stall for free. Also, there's a contact number here: 074 5660 564 or 068 5498 296.
Yeah.
I think people can also get them go their TikTok page.
Okay.
So these are the places I think you should also like try to
I will
visit.
definitely be there.
All right, and then the second one here that I have, which is the last one, it's the 7th annual Orange Farm Pride Maikasi. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
I think it would also be lovely
Yeah.
to to avail yourself there.
Okay, definitely.
It's a good space, I
Definitely.
would say, word of mouth.
Yeah.
But I'll also be there.
Definitely.
We are together now.
We
again.
are together.
We are a team. Yeah. So there's 7th annual Orange Farm Pride on the 26th of April.
Are they not on the same day?
They are on the same day.
Hey,
but you
that
know
means
what?
we'll have to be in two places
We'll
at the
have,
same time.
yeah, because I know with these prides, I think the queer, but we'll see, we'll navigate.
We'll navigate. There's no worry.
Our
We'll be
way.
there for our audience.
Ne?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys don't forget to check out the queer markets. It's there in Mabonenyi on the 26th of April, and Orange Farm Pride. It's also coming. Let's go support our prides and stuff like that. Hopefully, Ngobi will also be there.
Yes.
I'll try to make sure that I'm there, right?
And maybe we can give the giveaway there at those events as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do we have any giveaway for this episode?
For this
today?
episode,
Yeah.
if you like both our pages,
Yeah.
you share both our pages, you subscribe to both our pages, and you tag someone, and then DM us with that information, then you'll be chosen from the lucky draw. And in that giveaway, I'll make sure to include a 4-pack of Glide. I'll make sure to include a nice T-shirt, either or, and I'll make sure to include those dice. Yeah,
Definitely.
Those dice are very important.
Definitely. Okay. Yeah, no, in closing, so guys, you've heard what Ngobi has just said. Make sure you follow my page. Obviously, it's Quest for Queer Love. You get me everywhere. You go to Facebook, I'm there. TikTok for now is you can just go search Sasa the Less. Oh, Ngobi. Please, next time, I don't know. You know, every time I forget to introduce my name on the introduction.
Oh, okay. So I must make
Sasa,
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So TikTok also, it's Sasa the Less. So yeah, they can even tag us. You can even, let's say you go to my page, you can even tag Glide
771.
If you approach Strictly Her page, you can tag Quest for Queer Love and whatever. Then you are able to get yourself Bona. This surprise your partner. Bona you are responsible and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ne?
And they mustn't forget 076 505 7301. Glide 771. TikTok, Instagram, we're there.
We are there, Bona.
And any information that you want, any questions that you have, any outreach that you also want me to do, I'm more than willing. Yeah.
Ne?
Any educational program, I'm there. Just let me know, inbox me, and then I'll definitely be there.
Thank you, Ngobi. Thank you so much, Ngobi. That was so awesome. Like
Thank
your
you.
time, and I hope my audience there got some insight concerning the safe sex, which is something that I feel like is more important, and we hardly talk about it.
Yeah.
And you've taken some tips as to how to start, those conversations like a bedroom with your partner. Just make them feel comfortable and stuff like that, and we will win, man, together. So lastly, Ngobi, what would you like to say to our audience there? Any advice? Anything, Jay, before we close?
All I'm going to say is don't forget to keep it safe, sexy, and enjoy the sex.
All
Let
the
it
time.
glide all the time, every time. There's nothing more intimate than safe sex all the time.
Nothing more.
Nothing more intimate.
Bona.
Yeah. And then you look febenz. Ooh, I say look favor. Please. But yeah. Please. Yeah.
Ne?
That's all I have to say. Yeah.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Ngobi. You
Thank
were
you.
such a lovely guest. It was so
you.
cool to have you.
It was cool to be here. I'm enjoying the view, the studio, the everything. If you guys have not met Sasa yet, make sure. Yeah.
Bona.
Beautiful host. Make sure.
Thank you, Ngobi. I take the compliment, you know. All right, guys. Your host, the lovely one, as you've heard, is out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. You know, at Quest for Queer Love, ne? Sasa Dilas. Thank you guys. Until we meet again in the next episode.
Yes.
With my Ngobi. We out.
Where we lied.
Yeah. Yes, lied. Thank you.